We've been involved in Lawson Park for approximately 8 years, and its extraordinary location was immediately commensurate with some of the ideals that were being expressed about the future of Grizedale Arts and the vision. One of the biggest challenges of designing within an existing envelope of a building that was designed for storing hay and for accommodating animals and basically not doing what we're expecting the building to do now is to fit everything in terms of the very complex levels of the site. The heart of the building is where all the artists can gather. There's a domestic part which accommodates the caretaker and some artists' residence rooms for short stay and long stay artist rooms in the farther reaches of the building. The planning issues around the building are obviously quite unique, it being located in the Lake District National Park. We have a very fixed view of the built environment in this landscape, and this was something that was quite new to our way of working. We normally look at buildings in their contemporary state and look at the opportunities that they can offer in the way that the user wants to use the building. We've never really had to deal with the idea of not being able to change a building. I mean, an architect's role is really about enabling change and making change possible, and to actually be confronted with an idea where you can't change anything was extraordinarily challenging. The idea of having artists within a building where you can't see out to the landscape, or a building which is essentially dark, it's designed as it is a barn, is a challenge and contradictory to what one would expect for an artist's residence. We've tried to exploit some of these challenges to heighten the experience of light and heighten the experience of view where we can within the building. And we've tried to, I suppose, take a fairly eclectic approach to the interior of this building. You might think of barn conversions typically as having very tasteful wood floors and having a kind of exposed truss roof, and there is a kind of idiom that is a barn conversion aesthetic, if you like, and we've tried to subvert that. So an oak floor is actually a kind of industrial oak floor, which is still using a natural material, but it's been changed through an industrial process. And it's still a very beautiful material, but it has a different aesthetic that you don't associate with this kind of environment. It's actually used in airports generally. It's a very hard-wearing material, so it's robust, it's kind of appropriate, but it's not typical.